Beloved, as we gather this weekend, I know we're all very aware that we're moving towards the holiday season, beginning with Thanksgiving week. And that also announces the Advent season, these sacred seasons in God that are part of the great tradition with a capital T. We are called to be thankful always. And the Eucharist, the table, the center of our worship, is where we return thanks to God for the grace and the mercy we have received in Jesus. His body, his blood, his life, his self-sacrificial, self-emptying love, which knows no limits and no bounds. I am truly grateful to God for who you are, what you mean to the kingdom of God, and certainly what you mean to Ruth and I and to the staff. I am grateful for the staff, who they are, what they mean to the Lord, what they mean to the house, what they mean to the kingdom. We're in a wonderful place. God has been very gracious to us, and we're moving forward. On Sunday, we're going to take a look at a woman of God in the Old Testament who shines as a judge and a prophet, Deborah, and her significance and what God might be saying to us through a season in her life where God gave her insight into leading the people of God to victory. All of that in preparation for Tuesday night, our Feast of Rededication. A time when we have set aside that Tuesday evening, which is normally our Thanksgiving celebration with the Eucharist, is now going to be expanded. The entire night is going to be a sacrament. We are going to rededicate ourselves with utterances and affirmations and the laying on of hands, and we're going to anoint the portals of the house with oil. We're going to sprinkle the sanctuary and the rooms with holy water. We're going to lay hands on all the seats, and we're going to have a time of worship. And we are going to honor all that God has been saying, and in particular in the last 7 weeks. And we are going to affirm that we're moving into the future with a sacred sense that God indeed is good, and that he's calling us to a large place. And so let's make this weekend memorable. Let's build memories for the emerging generation, much like the stones that Joshua set in the Jordan and then set as well on the shores of Gilgal. We're entering into the promises in a brand new way. God is inviting us to a place of enlargement. Let's commit ourselves to that enlargement, and let's watch God do what God is going to do. The sacredness of the moment will be signified by certain signs. Let's anticipate that God's going to surprise us by his grace. Let's lean into this weekend with extreme anticipation, knowing that God isn't going to disappoint us. I love you. Let's make it a memorable week in God.